Hey there! Welcome back to the second video in our desktop UI automation series. In the first video, we demonstrated you how to automate the login process for a demo desktop app using Leapwork's Start Recorder feature and verified the login process. If you want to check out the first video on automating the login process, the link is in the video description below. Today, we'll take things further by automating form fields, all in the demo app. And the best part? The Start Recorder will capture and automate every step, no manual steps needed. Before we begin, let's first get familiar with the scenario we'll be working on. First, in the demo desktop application, we'll search for a company's details using a keyword, let's say first name in the search field. Once we get company details, we'll open the form, edit its fields, and save the updated information. We'll use Start Recorder feature to capture and record all the actions, from searching to updating and saving. You'll see how easy it is to automate each of these steps to update form field information. Leapwork handles the hard work for you in the simplest way. After setting up the automation, we'll run it to make sure the updated information is saved correctly in the application. Think about how much time you can save by automating repetitive tasks like editing forms or entering data. With just a few clicks, the Start Recorder captures everything, so you don't have to repeat steps or do anything manually again. Whether it's updating records or filling out forms, Leapwork turns it into an easy automation flow. Alright, let's get started. As per the scenario, let's search one of the company details. To do it, you can search with either of the parameters: first name, last name, email, etc. For now, let's search with first name in the demo desktop automation flow where we had created login steps. At first, let's create a subflow with all the blocks used for login automation. Simply select all these blocks and right-click. Select Create a Subflow. To rename the subflow, enter the name, let's say Demo Desktop Login, and click on Save button. And yes, it's created. You can right-click on the subflow and click on Edit Subflow to make changes anytime as per your needs. To rename, you can double-click on it. With a subflow, you can use the same login steps in different automation flows. This means that you don't need to set up the login process each time from scratch. Therefore, it makes your automation more efficient and easier to manage. Now let's run the automation flow till here. An outcome demo desktop application will be launched, and we will proceed for form fields automation steps. Yes, the flow passed, and application is launched now. To continue connecting the blocks for form field automation flow, we have to delete the pass block for now. Let's delete it. Yes. Now connect Start Recorder feature for recording the steps and capture the search field. Select Set UI Element Block. In Text Value field, enter the first name, Robinson, and click on Apply button. Since we have to search company details with first name Robinson, capture Go button. Select Click UI Element Block. The type of button click by default is left. No change to be done in this, click on Apply button. The company details having first name as Robinson is searched successfully. Now we have to double-click on this row, on any element, let's say Crusoe Luxury Resorts, and it will open its details and we will see the form. Let's capture this first element. Select Click UI Element. Change the button, click type, to double left since it requires double-click on the element to open details. Click on Apply button. We can see the form has opened. It has several details. Now it's time to update form fields and create its automation flow. To change any of these details or information in any of these form field, we will capture the fields and add information with the help of different desktop UI blocks. Let's capture last name field. Select Set UI Element Block. In Text Value field, let's enter cruise here. Click on Apply button. See how effortlessly the last name got updated from Crusoe to Cruz? That's the superb efficiency of automating form fields with the Start Recorder feature. Just a few clicks, and yes, the data's refreshed like that. For any of the doubts at any steps, feel free to contact us on Leapwork support or live chat. We will be glad to help you at any step you need our assistance. Let's keep this momentum going and update the rest of the fields with the same ease. Let's update the next field, let's say country. As you can see, it's a dropdown. That means we have to select an element from the dropdown. For example, we have to update the country name from United Kingdom to United States. Simply capture the country field. Click on Select UI Element Block. It will select an option from dropdown and set the value based on settings we will do. The method field tells instructs Leapwork do action. This is filter, select equals from the dropdown. In value, we will write the country name which will replace the existing country name. Enter country name, let's say Denmark. Click on Apply button. Yeah, we can see the country name has been changed to Denmark. It's that super quick. So till now, the two fields have been successfully updated. That's the last name and country name. Let's select the gender now. To set the gender as female, capture this radio button. Select Click UI Element Block. Click Type is left. Click on Apply button. You can see that the gender has been selected to female. Let's select the industry now. Capture the one, let's say, accounting. Select Click UI Element Block. Click Type is left. Click on Apply button. You can see the industry accounting is selected. It's highlighted. Moving ahead, the fields. Win chance and status will have the similar steps of clicking UI element and setting the values. Therefore, let's move to the next field amount. We will implement a condition here, and based on it, we will create the automation flow to update the amount field. We will use compare block, using which we will compare that if the amount in this field is greater than 10,000, it will change to 20,000, but if it is less than 10,000, it will be updated to 5,000. To do this, first we will capture amount field. Capture it. Select Get UI Number. Click on Apply button. Now save and close the recording. You will see the flow has been created till Get UI Element Block. Now, based on the condition we discussed, we will use Compare Block to compare the amount field with 10,000. To do this, connect Compare Block. The Compare block in Leapwork checks the two values and determines if they meet a specified condition, such as being equal, greater than, or less than each other. Now you can see there are two fields, value A and value B. In value A, we will pass the number we have read from Get UI block. To do this, simply connect blue connector from number found property to value A. The blue connector in Leapwork passes data between one block to another, while the green connector defines the flow of execution. In value B, we will type the number to compare with, that is 10,000. Now expand the block and set the comparison type as number, since the values A and B will be compared as number. This defines the type of the data being compared. In comparison method, select greater than. This is how you have to think of the scenario and then decide the comparison method that best suits your requirements. For example, let's say that value being compared to 10,000 may also be equal to 10,000. In that case, the comparison method would be greater than equal to. Basically, comparison method is how you compare, and comparison type is what you compare. Now, to evaluate the results and enter the updated number in amount field, we will use set UI element block. Connect set UI element block. Let me adjust the blocks to make it clearly visible to you. Capture amount field. In text value, enter 20,000. If the condition is true, that means the current amount is greater than 10,000. Leapwork will set the value 20,000 in the field. Connect another set UI element block. Simply right-click and add the block. Capture amount field. And in text value, enter 5,000. Connect this set UI element block with incorrect property of compare block. This means if the condition is not met, current amount is not greater than 10,000. Leapwork will enter 5,000 in the amount field. Let's run the flow from Get UI Number block to see if the amount field is changing. Right-click on this block and select Run Flow from here. And yes, we can see the amount has been updated to 5,000. This means, as per condition, the amount 8,730 was not greater than 10,000. That's why Leapwork entered 5,000 in the amount field. To save the changes done, capture Save button. Select Click UI element. Click on Apply button. We can see that row has been updated and the amount field now is 5,000. Now simply save and close the recording and we can see the Save button is captured. We need to connect Save block with both Set UI element blocks. This is the example of connecting multiple branches into one. Now the last step, we have to verify the last name Cruz. As compared to what we had set in Set UI element block, this is just verification that last name Cruz is saved. To do it, let's capture last name field. Select Get UI Text. Click on Apply button. Save and close the recording. And connect Compare block. This will compare the current name Cruz to the name we had set. If both matched, means it's verified. In value A, the current name Cruz will be passed. Connect text found property to value A. In value B, we will pass the value from Set UI element block where we had set the value Cruz. Let's go back to our flow. Yes, this is the block we need to connect. If these values match, we will pass the case. Now before that, in this compare block, we have to select comparison method as text since the values A and B will be compared as text since both are text data type. Let's do it. Click on Expand and set comparison type as text. And now you must have got the idea that what would comparison method be? Yes, it will be set as equal since we have to verify that the text retrieved in Get UI text block is equal to Cruz. That means the validation is done in the same row. Since it's already selected as equal, we will proceed with it. Now connect pass block. Now let's close the demo application and run the entire flow. And yes, we can see that the form fields have been successfully updated. This is how quick and easy it is to do form field automation with Leapwork. We can see pass message in the activity log as well as the results of automation flow. Cruises match to cruise, and all fields have been successfully updated. When you try this exercise, you can also play this recording to check your flow execution. Let's recap. What key learnings we got from today's automation tutorial? At first, we created a subflow for login steps and explored its usefulness. Then we searched for company details using the first name. After that, you learned how to open the form and set values for last name, country, industries, and amount fields. Then we updated the amount field based on a condition comparing it with 10,000. At the end, we verified the last name update to confirm the value was saved. Finally, we successfully run the automation flow for form fields and all steps with Leapwork Start Recorder block. In Activity Log, we saw the results. The company details got updated and saved in the demo application too. Automating form fields. With Leapwork's Start Recorder is incredibly easy and efficient. With just a few clicks, you can automate tasks like setting values, applying conditions, and verifying updates. You can try this exercise on your own and see how simple it is to create powerful automation flows. That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for more interesting videos in this series, where we will bring more concepts and help you master desktop automation with ease. For any doubts and queries, feel free to reach out to our support team or connect to us via live chat. Thank you for watching, and remember, with desktop UI automation, every click brings you closer to innovation, turning complexity into simplicity.